In Geneva, the Duchess of Sussex stood at the World Health Organization to warn against the digital exploitation of children. She spoke before the Lost Screen Memorial, positioning herself as a protector of the next generation. It was a professional, somber performance. Within 48 hours, the Sussex camp released 24 unseen wedding photographs and family video clips. The private voices of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet were no longer intimate memories. They became broadcast assets. Data tracking confirmed the result. Digital mentions of the children spiked by 400%, while their mother was still being praised for her speech on safety. This is where the brand meets the reality of the institution. Traditional royal standards view privacy as a fortress for children. When that fortress is dismantled for a new VS cycle, the public notices the inconsistency. Subscribing to this channel helps maintain a record of the dignity required to lead. The trending of #MeghanHypocrisy was a quiet recognition of this conflict. Duty is not a lecture. It is a practice of restraint. Catherine demonstrates this daily by ensuring her children's milestones are protected, not promoted. A crown is not a platform for a message. It is a commitment to a standard. While some choose the visibility of a digital news cycle, the future of the monarchy remains rooted in the dignity of what stays behind closed doors. Melanie Poole cleared her desk at the Invictus Games headquarters in London, ending her tenure as a director. For Prince Harry, this left a quiet void where institutional protection used to be. The annual invoice for the Montecito security detail arrived at $9 million. It is a fixed cost for gates that do not produce revenue. Inside the Netflix production offices, the budget for the latest lifestyle project was shelved. $10 million in surplus inventory, branded linens and boxes, once intended for high-end boutique shelves, sat in storage until they were handed out to the building's janitorial staff as unwanted gifts. The production schedules for the coming year have gone blank. In Sydney, the Australian government officially removed the funding line for Invictus Australia from the federal budget, citing the Duke's name as the reason for the withdrawal. This mirrors the year 1953, when the Duke of Windsor sat in a Parisian villa, tallying the price of a private staff against the dwindling royalties from his ghost-written memoirs. Harry stood on his lawn this week, looking at the perimeter cameras that require $25,000 a day to operate. The Netflix contract expires next year. The Australian support is gone. The institutional staff in London have moved on to other roles. He remains behind the $9 million fence, watching the ledger balance move. In the coming weeks, the Princess of Wales will begin final consultations for her annual carol service at Westminster Abbey. There will be no digital countdowns, no leaked behind-the-scenes footage, and no commercial sponsorships. The invitation list remains a matter of institutional record, focusing on the volunteers and service members who form the backbone of the United Kingdom. Simultaneously, the Duke of Sussex faces the expiration of the Archwell lease on his current production offices. The renewal date sits on the calendar alongside the final payment schedule for his private security firm. The infrastructure that once linked Montecito to the global stage is being dismantled as the funding lines from former Commonwealth partners continue to dry up. While one household counts the cost of a $9 million fence, Catherine prepares to step into the light of the Abbey. She is not there to sell a lifestyle. She is there to represent a nation. The ledger in California remains in the red, while the cultural capital of the future queen continues to accrue in silence. On December 6, Catherine will lead the royal family into the Abbey. The Sussexes remain behind the gates of their California estate, 9,000 miles from the center of the frame. Is it time for the king to formally strip the Sussexes of their titles to protect Catherine's future reign? Or should he let their bank account do the talking? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for the next update on the monarchy's future.